Hey everybody, welcome back to Rob's shop. I got this Snap-on XT 7100. I bought it used years ago, and it's a good impact wrench, but I feel like it's kind of losing power. It doesn't take lug nuts off like it used to. So we're going to take this thing apart, see what's wrong with it, and kind of rebuild it, and maybe kind of restore it as we do it. Get some fresh paint on here, make it look good. Let's get started. We got some T25 screws on the back. We'll start by taking those off. All right, the forward reverse lever is a T10. We'll take that out. Try to take this rubber grip off here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this trigger here. I can't seem to get it out, and I don't want to break anything in the process of trying to get it out. So we'll leave that. We'll try to clean it up and grease it up. We'll get everything else degreased. We'll clean up all the other parts. I'll sand this up a little bit so we can get ready to paint it. And I'm happy with the way it looks. Everything, all the seals and O-rings look pretty good, so I'm not going to change any unless I come across one that looks kind of iffy, but we'll focus on getting it cleaned up and getting it ready for paint. So I think that's going to work. I just kind of roughly sanded off the oxidation that was on it, and you know, it's rough. I left the paint. I didn't get everything down to bare metal, but I got everything roughed up enough where a fresh coat of paint will stick. I taped off this little handle. Ideally, I would have liked to take that valve out, but I didn't want to break anything or mess anything up when I'm trying to get it out. So we'll go ahead and we'll put a coat of paint on this. So I got a gloss cherry red. We'll give it a couple good coats of that. So we'll start cleaning up this other stuff. This is just the rubber grip. I'll wipe this down real good. Try to get the oil and stuff off of it. I don't want to hit it with brake clean because it might swell up. So I'm just going to kind of rub it down and get all the grease and grime off of it. Okay, so that's all it is. I was able to just twist it and bend it a little bit. I'll pop it out just like that. All right, we'll go ahead and clean all this stuff up. I'll do this, I'll hit this the same way we hit that body, and clean it up and paint this as well. All right, so the paint's still dry, and I'm gonna assemble the drive, I guess you would call it, of this impact wrench. There's this, it's like an air pump. It's got these vanes. So we'll get all this stuff put back together and oiled up. What I'm using, I'm just gonna put everything together with 3-in-1 oil. The O-rings, I'll put a little bit of grease on them. But I think the reason that this impact was losing power is there was a lot of gummed up oil and grease, and I don't think it was properly lubricated, and just kind of getting gummed up. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil on each of these vanes. That. There's a small seal or O-ring or something in here. We'll grease that, or oil it, I should say. Get a little bit on this bearing. We'll get our rubber handle put back on. Just like that. And do is we'll oil that trigger up. I'll take some oil, and I'm just gonna lightly lube the inside of this. All right, so we'll throw this all together. Hopefully I got all the pieces here. I think I do. Put that in there like this. The little pin's kind of got to be on the side there. Just lines up with that. Slide her together. We'll get our 4 screws back in. All right, so there it is. I got a couple greasy fingerprints on it, but looks good. Happy with that. We'll have to give it the real test here. I'll get a fitting on the end. We'll hook it up to a hose and see what it does. All right, so we are gonna put this thing to the test. This is a tractor I have in here. Pretty good sized lugs. These things probably, knowing the age of this tractor, these lug nuts have probably not come off in, I would say, 50 plus years. So let's give it a try. I'm impressed. I'm happy with that. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, like, subscribe, follow my page. I hope to keep on putting out more content like this. Thanks again.